Hi, I'm Amanda Enlow, the Chief Operations Officer for the Healing Collective. And I am here with one of our special clinicians who is also our clinical director, Stacey Surratt. Stacey, how are you today?
I'm good. I am nervous because it doesn't matter how many of these things I do, they always make you feel nervous.
Yeah, talking on camera. Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise fine.
Yeah. We're really great at talking to people like one-on-one, but you put a camera on it, it's like, hi.
Yeah, I don't like to talk to myself.
Right. Well, yeah.
Or about myself. Yeah, I'm happy to talk to people, but yeah.
Yeah. So we just wanted to have a conversation here to share with anybody who might be watching this video to consider whether they're going to be working with Stacey or be part of one of the groups that she leads or be interacting with her in any sort of way. We wanted you to have an opportunity to meet her and hear a little bit about how she does things. And we're just going to kind of do this conversationally like we would do most of our talks, because Stacey and I have known each other for quite some time. And so this is probably just a little like glimpse into how we have an everyday conversation. So I thought I would start, Stacey, with the question of what inspired you to do this work, or what inspires you to continue to do the wonderful work that you do with clients and all the different specialties that you have.
I love that question. I think everybody that comes about doing work like this has some degree of personal connection to it. It rings home for some reason. And so for me, I, grew up in a dysfunctional family that I thought was perfect. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until really getting into my own therapy work in my early 20s that I started putting some dots together and understanding more about why I am the way that I am, and that just because I adore my family doesn't mean that everything was grand and perfect and that we did everything right. Yeah. And the more I explored and understood about that, and the more I learned what life can feel like on the other side of letting go of some of those pressures, letting go of some of the generational patterns, letting go of some of the old coping skills or the coping skills that we learned to do. In particular, my family had a lot of really silent, hidden substance abuse. We didn't talk about it. It's something that is, taboo. We're not going to talk about it, but it was always there. It's kind of the elephant in the unspoken thing. So, really getting into my own journey is what brought me to this work, and doing my own healing process and understanding that life can feel and look different in recovery made me want to be a fellow traveler and walk this with others.
That's so beautiful. There's so much about our own stories that bring us into the work, and also kind of draw in the types of clients that resonate with us, which is why we have such a variety on our team. So what are some of the patterns, the themes that you just love helping clients explore and heal?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite ones, so my background is in the substance abuse treatment world. And so coming from that, one of my favorite ones is supporting people who have achieved chemical sobriety, gotten to a place where, substances are not necessarily a big integral part of my life. They may be a part of my backstory, but they're not my present coping skill. And getting sober didn't get me happy. Yeah. So now what? Yeah. So the recovery on the other side of sobriety, because just letting go of whatever the number or medicator is just the beginning of the work. It's not the be all end all. And sometimes early in the journey, it kind of gets put out there like it is. Just get sober and it'll be fine. I think another one that comes up for me a lot is relationship to neurodivergence. And that one is close to home for me, and has been a part of my professional life for a long time. Even before substance use treatment, I worked with children on the autism spectrum for years, and loved that work also. And then find myself back on the other side of it. Everything comes full circle, right? So now I am the parent of a neurodivergent child, and late diagnosed neurodivergent myself. And just finding areas to connect and support with that community. That community is another one that numbing and medicating is huge for, because of all of the pressures and differences in the way that processing happens, and societal stuff that comes up. So supporting what recovery looks like through neurodivergence is another one of my topics.
Stacey also leads our neurodivergent related group that is part of one of the free offerings that we have for clients of the Healing Collective. So that is another place that you might get to experience Stacey at. And what do you hope that clients feel when they meet you or when they're in a session with you? What do you hope their bodies experience?
I hope they feel settled and safe. I have certainly been in many of my own therapy rooms, settings, virtual Zooms, where it just felt awkward. And it didn't particularly feel connected, maybe a little robotic, kind of like, okay, here's your tool and your worksheet, and here's what we're going to do this week, but not relationship. And healing happens in relationship. The chemicals that we need to heal in our brains only come through relationship. And so my hope is that building therapeutic relationship in my sessions is something that helps people feel held and feel safe and feel supported.
And I know that's what they're going to feel with you, because that is what you make the whole team feel. So thank you for that. And thank you for sharing a little bit about what they can expect with you. Any last words that you want to say before we wrap up today? Anything you hope clients know about you or what to kind of have in mind as they start this journey?
I would say try your best to take a breath. Because nobody comes into a therapy experience because we're in a great place. We all come in some sort of crisis, and none of us got here overnight. And healing is possible, and healing is hard. And really getting to the root of it and coming out on another side where we're not repeating patterns and coming back to the same points over and over takes a minute. And so we're here with you. We'll walk it every step of the way. It won't happen between today and tomorrow, but we'll be here the whole time, and we'll breathe through it.
I love that. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. Thanks for being with me, Stacey, so that we could kind of put all that out there. And we hope that as you interact with Stacey, whether that's through one of our groups or through individual sessions or couple sessions or so many different places you might get the opportunity to experience Stacey, that you get to enjoy what the whole team enjoys about her, which is just such a warm, grounding presence with so much clinical skill and knowledge. So thanks for this today, and we will see you soon.